Key values or key value pair allows you to do custom targeting. You are able to ID or identify certain categories or sections of your site, be able to target them, and run a more granular reporting. For example, you have 4 sections or categories on your website. So let's say this is your homepage, news page, forum, and sports page. And you'd like to run a granular reporting so you can see or distinguish performance among all these sections. Now, tendency is publishers would create separate set of ad units per section. And in this scenario, you will be creating 16 ad units all in all in order to get the report you'd like to run. That's the case if you don't use key values or key value pair. Let's go ahead and simplify that by using KVPs on a page level. In this scenario, you still do 4 ads per page for 4 different sections of your site, but instead of creating separate set of ad units per section, we will only create a single set of ad units. We will deploy all these tags across all pages of the site, but each section will have its own ID or key value that would identify it. The difference between page level and slot level targeting is that with page level, you deploy a key value and all the ad units defined on that page will be called automatically. So they all fall under the same ID, basically. Instead of creating 16 units, we're now down to 4 units only. And that simplifies your workload and your ad optimization. In Google Ad Manager, start creating your key value by going to Inventory, Key Values. Let's go ahead and create a new key. Let's give it a name. We'll call it Page. We can just copy the same for the display name. We can choose either dynamic or predefined. Predefined means the user trafficking line items or doing some targeting here in Google Ad Manager will have to choose from the predefined values. Otherwise, dynamic means you're passing targeting values dynamically and still be able to report on them later. In order to include values in reporting, you can choose Include Values in Reporting. If you'd like to have it added as a custom dimension, you can also choose Include Values in Reporting and add key as custom dimension. In this example, we'll go for predefined and include values in reporting. Let's go ahead and create new values. Remember that as soon as you click that, it is automatically saved. For the values, we will create Home, News, Sports, and Forum. Then click on Save. If you noticed, I've been using lowercase across the board, from the name of the key up to the values. This is so it saves you time and you no longer have to worry about whether to use an uppercase or a lowercase. Now, how do we generate the tag which will include our page level key value pair? We're going to have to use DFP GPT App Spot because we are going to generate 4 different ad units for this page or pages, and we will be generating a page level key value. So for custom targeting here, we're going to have to input the key that we have set up, and then equal sign and the value. So for example, I'm generating the tags for homepage, then I will have to copy this value right here, and it should appear like that. If you have multiple key values for a single page, you will need to follow this format right here. But because in this example, we're using a single key, this is the format that we have to follow. I'm going to get all the ad unit codes and the corresponding ad slot sizes for my ad units that will appear on the same page. And now I'm going to click Generate Tag. Now let's go ahead and focus on the header tag. You have all the ad slots defined in there for those 4 ad units. And if you notice, there's a line here that's set targeting. Here is now our key, and here's our value. So this header tag will go into the header section of the home page only. Now, if we are going to switch or deploy a tag for the other section, let's say news, then we will have to change this right here to news and deploy that to the header section of the news page. And the same goes for sports and forum. So this is the only section in the header tag that we need to change. That will serve now as the ID of the page where the ads are serving. In targeting, let's say this is your new line item. You can go ahead and do custom targeting in here. Select the key and the value. So for example, this line item is going to be for home page only. Then I can select home in here. If I do this, that means this line item can only serve on pages where this key and this value are found. You can also say is not or is none of, which means this line item becomes eligible to serve across the board except only on pages where this key and this value are found. In generating reports, you can actually say key values contains page, and for your dimension, you can further break it down by key values. With this setup, you're able to generate the report for all those key values that you have for 4 different sections of your site. Select the metrics that you need, and you can then compare performance, how homepage performs versus news versus sports versus forum.